I got something to tell you people, man. The Houston Astros. Yeah, the Houston Astros. They need to be stripped of their World Series title. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LBFWN basketball, football, wrestling. It is your boy Lewis, man, Koopy Don Luigi, and I'm back once again with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. And in this video, before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it yet, make sure y'all subscribe to the LBFWN. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And make sure y'all share the videos, man. I truly appreciate it. So, this is where I zoom out. And in typical Stephen A. simp, or should I say snitch fashion, put the camera on me! Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to talk about the 2017 Houston Astros. Yes, that baseball team that won the World Series, beating the New York Yankees in the 2017 Classic 7-game LCS Championship Series in the ALCS. Then come back and beat the Dodgers in a 7-game World Series Classic. Well, Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, dropped the hammer on the Houston Astros. Number one, he took away their 2020 and 21 first-round draft picks for the next 2 years. He also punished A.J. Hinch and Jeff Lunho by suspending them. The Houston Astros owner decided to fire them. To be honest with you, A.J. Hinch and Jeff Lunho should not be allowed back in baseball because they sign-stealed. Well, A.J. Hinch did it on the field, for the Houston Astros to win. Now, for those people who are saying, I know they were saying, well, Lewis, man, you have to understand that why are they complaining? It's like, they got fined $5 million. They stole their draft picks. So how can you say you're not telling me that that's not enough? No, it's not enough. Because you need to understand something. They were sign stealing not only against the Yankees, but they were sign stealing against the Dodgers to win the World Series. You play 162 games as a baseball player, especially if you happen to make the postseason. You think you're the best team in October, because remember, the best team always wins. To come out and win a World Series, it's what you go through training camp for. It's what you go through the regular season, and it's what you go through the postseason for. All for the opportunity to play for a world championship. And for that to get stolen away from them because they decided to do signs during the games to know what was supposed to be coming, whether it be a pitch or whether it be a base running attempt, or was it a hit and run or bunt, or whatever the case may be. It's not okay. Now, Rob Manfred wrote a 9-page report about the penalties coming for the Houston Astros. So he basically said that the reason that he fined them $5 million was because under the Constitution, that's how much that they can only, fine them for. They can't fine them for more than that. They took away their draft picks. In my opinion, they need to strip them of their World Series title, but not so fast. They're not going to do that because there was another situation for the 2002 Angels when they beat Barry Bonds in the World Series and the San Francisco Giants, and I saw that 7-game series, by the way, which also went to 7 games. 3 players ended up on the Mitchell Report in 2007 after Barry Bonds was alleged to be on the Mitchell Report in 2005 for Balco. Troy Gloss, who played for the Angels during that time, was actually one of the names that appeared on there. But they didn't strip him of the World Series, so that's why they didn't strip the Houston Astros of the World Championship. But I feel like they need to do that. Because again, with Dodger fans, you have to understand something. They felt that they were the best team, and they felt that they should have won. As a matter of fact, Aaron Judge from the Yankees decided that he deleted a comment from the post of where Altuve won the MVP, because he was the MVP of the regular season. George Springer, I believe, was the World Series MVP that year for the Astros. You know what's even worse now? What does that mean for Boston Red Sox manager Alex Cora? Because if you guys remember, he was on that 2017 Houston Astros team. Rob Manfred said that the sign stealing was player driven and it was player executed. But the reason that he can't get on the players, it's because a lot of the players are on other baseball teams, and he doesn't really know who was the original, who was probably the one. You can't really pinpoint one person as to who actually started doing the sign stealing. That's a bad look for baseball. And to be honest with you, the penalty should have been much more severe, because now, to me, that still gives other teams an opportunity to do this again. I think that they're going to have to find a way to kind of change the rules here when it comes to baseball. That's not okay. And now you have to wonder what's going to happen to Alex Cora, because he was on that team. So you can expect him out of he's probably not going to be a Red Sox anymore. And I wonder what the penalties are going to be. I don't know. But I can tell you it's going to be real severe. That's just not okay, man. It's not okay. It kind of almost says that you're not really good enough to beat some of these teams if you're sign stealing. That's cheating the game. And so you see, if they're gonna give a slap on the wrist on AJ Hinch and Jeff Lunhow, even though the owner of the Astros fired them, then Pete Rose needs to be back in baseball, man. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying betting on himself was okay, but at the same time, he paid his dues. He didn't bet on baseball. Pete Rose didn't bet on baseball. I'm not saying it's okay to bet on yourself, but he didn't bet on baseball. He paid his dues. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I think it's time for baseball to forgive Pete Rose, and I think it's time for him to be in the Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. I think he belongs there. But now the Dodgers, and this is why I feel bad for their fans, because they feel like they should be the champions. But they're not gonna. But I just kind of wonder, if you're not gonna vacate the World Series, like, what are you gonna do? It's like now, some of these Astro players like Carlos Correa and George Springer and Yuri's Gurriel, they're all carrying a ring. Justin Verlander, all of these guys are carrying a ring that they truly never really earned. And I'm not saying that the Astros are not a good team. They're a talented baseball team. They're a very talented baseball team. But the fact that you had to sign steal to win a world championship, it's really not a good look. But that does lead me to question, though. I wonder how many teams are going to be caught for cheating or have cheated. And is baseball going to do a further investigation on those baseball teams? Because then what leads me to think is that people might have to even start looking at the 2018 Boston Red Sox. And the only reason being is because the head honcho, Alex Cora, was part of the previous World Series championship team in Houston. And that's why I said I'd be very careful. Man. Yo, sometimes you don't even know what to say, man. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis, man. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that situation with Houston. And let's see what happens with Alex Cora, man. We're going to have to see what happens. But anyway, as always, live, laugh, love. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, share. You know how we do.